Hey, it's Terry at Paint a Garden Farm, where I paint and I grow things. Who wants to take a quick garden tour with me? I do. All right, let's get outside. As soon as I finish my coffee. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's start the garden tour with peppers. Here are all the peppers. The sweets and the 3 jalapenos. So all of these I started from seed except for the jalapenos. If you remember, if you've been following along, I don't prune peppers. I did try chopping them, a couple of the jalapenos, because I heard it makes them bush out more, but I've also since heard that it takes them so long to recover it's not worth it. Anyway, my jalapenos are budding. My sweet peppers, I don't see any flowers starting, but they are starting to really respond and bush up a little bit, except this one little teeny guy right here. It's pathetic. But I haven't replaced him. I still have hope. I'm going to feed him up real good, all of these guys, pretty soon. Peppers that were given to me by a friend. These are 3 sweet peppers. They have transplanted well. They're doing okay. They might have a little sun scald. Hopefully they'll do all right. The willy peppers have made it into the bed at long last. I just put them from their seedling trays in here on the evening preceding a cool, cloudy day. They're doing great. They got their first rain. They survived it. They're all right. This is the pepper we moved indoors last year. It is doing phenomenally well. It is loaded. If I turn it, you can see it is loaded with flowers. Loaded. Buds and flowers everywhere. Lots of little buds. I'm expecting some peppers from this baby this year. Didn't get hardly anything last year, and I'm fully planning to bring in some peppers to save for next year, because peppers are perennials in warm climates. So I will be bringing in my peppers instead of killing myself to reseed every year. Whoa, baby, look at these squashes. We got squash, and we have zucchini. Zucchini's doing great. Squash is doing great. They didn't get much rain yesterday, but the soil still looks damp, so I'm guessing they're all right. My little tiny kale is finally starting to look like a plant. And at the end, we have watermelon. I don't think it's getting enough water from natural rain, so I'm going to have to make sure I water it well. Nasturtiums. Lots of plants with cool, saucy looking leaves, but no flowers yet. Garden huckleberry. Growing like gangbusters. But it's got these crumply looking leaves at the top, but they eventually unfold, I hope, and turn into real leaves. Might have to put some DE on there. It looks like they have some bug damage. Ground cherry. Plant starting to look good. Pepino melon. It's a little iffy. I don't know if it needs 2. Broccoli. Still have no stinking broccoli. Lots of pest damage. Peas. Oh, I got lots and lots of peas. And I'm getting ready to harvest them. Plant them St. Patty's Day. Harvest the 4th of July. We're a week away from 4th of July, and we got lots of peas. And still flowers coming, blooming. So that's great news. Cucamelons. These little tiny plants. I heard it takes a while for them to get going, but once they go, they go. So, fingers crossed that what I've heard is the truth. Tomatoes. My plants are doing fabulous. They've all come up really strong. I did not stake them immediately, or I put stakes next to them and did not tie them up. and they're doing great. Got blossoms coming on some. Chinese noodle beans. These plants are growing, finally starting to take off and grow on the trellis. I'm expecting they'll be climbing pretty soon. Cucumbers. Delicatas. Dar. These plants are starting to leaf out, getting ready to climb. Can't wait. Kagootsa. The Italian gourds. The plants are looking beautiful. I thought the seeds were duds and replanted, and everything has come up. So I'm going to have extra kagootsa. This is a little oregano I stuffed in here. I got it on a discount rack because I didn't have oregano already. Carrots. I scattered a few seeds in between tomatoes because carrots love tomatoes. They're coming up with a few weeds. Speaking of tomatoes, again, more. And I have little baby tomatoes. Can you see it? Can you see it? Little baby tomatoes. Where's another one? Ah. There's a little baby tomato. Zoom in, zoom out. It's a little baby tomato right there. A couple of them. Also, Barry's Crazy Cherry are coming up with some baby tomatoes. And Orange Queen is coming up with some baby tomatoes. And there's a basil. These are turtle beans, black turtle beans. They're a bush variety, so I stuck them in the corner. Petunias in the wheelbarrow. They smell delicious. One of my last few tomato plants I stuck in a pot. I still have like 2 or 3 that I have to pot up somewhere. I have grow bags. I'll put them in those. This Lush Beauty is one of my Jerusalem artichokes. I put some in here in the garden on the 2 corners with the tomatoes, and I put some along the fence next to the blueberry. Let's go visit those next. Jerusalem artichokes along the fence. Looking pretty good. Not as good as the garden ones, but poor soil or good soil is supposed to work. This little guy looks like a rabbit or groundhog came to visit him. Not so leafy anymore. And the blueberry. I've had a couple of berries. I think something else has been sharing my berries with me, regardless of my willingness or lack of willingness to do so. So, there were a couple of really nice blue ones on here the other day, and now they're gone. They were almost ripe. Hopefully when this gets big enough, there'll be enough blueberries for everybody to share. I've not seen Snidely Whiplash the snake lately, but there is a hole right there that could be his. Elderberry bushes. The plants are growing up from out of the roots, not off of the stem, like the cherry trees did. The cherry trees leafed out from the stem. These are growing new growth out of the root section at the very base of the plant. If that's the way they grow, that's the way they grow. I'm fine with it, as long as they grow. My mulberry trees are full of mulberries. I'm going to have to harvest some before the birds get them all. But they are quite loaded. And there are gnats out here. I'm going in now. Thanks for joining me on my garden tour today. I really appreciate it. Please hit like and subscribe if you did like this video, and comment below if you did or you didn't. If you have any comments and suggestions, they're always appreciated. And I would love it if you'd support my channel by sharing to all your social media and all your friends. And subscribe. Subscribe today. Have a great day. Thanks again.